Welcome to our Thursday night live stream.
I'm Rachel.
And I'm Joe.
And we are two crazy ketos. My gracious, is my shirt wrinkled?
Where was it?
It was out. I just took it out of the, washer. But man, usually my t-shirts, I can kind of you shake them real hard. You do that, you need to like whip it. And then
whip it real good.
Whip it real good. And this one did not. It didn't whip.
Welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, this is
Hi.
our Thursday live stream. Our Thursday live streams are just our chance to hang out with our community and answer questions about the keto and carnivore lifestyle, or pretty much anything else within reason. If you have a question, go ahead and type question and then whatever your question is, or use the super chat function. We really appreciate that. It helps benefit the channel, but more importantly, it's going to highlight our screen. Let us know that you have a question.
My heart is so full seeing everybody saying hi to one another.
Yeah.
Just visiting. Like, that's what it is all about. Our dog today decided to live out that kind of funny meme that's like, hey, get in the car, losers. My ear is itchy and we're going to go spend $500 on it. Actually, we're going to spend more than $500 on it.
I got to answer the question, how much is my dog worth?
A lot, apparently. A lot.
So Tabitha,
Poor baby.
I guess, got an ear infection. And then with her ear infection, shook her head too hard and caused a hematoma in her ear.
What is she, like 45, 50 years old? That seems like one of those things where I reach for something in the deep freeze and now my back is pulled for a week, right? That doesn't that seem like a middle-aged injury? Like I shook my ear too hard and now we need surgery.
Is that she's like such a good dog.
She is.
You don't even know when something's wrong with her. So,
no.
Because the doctor said she's probably had the ear infection for a little while. And just the shaking of the head, which I haven't even really seen her shaking her head. And he said it caused a hematoma, so her whole ear is swollen up. So now we have to get surgery on that. And and that's expensive.
I know, but like I'm thankful that
but I do have a limit. Do you all have a limit of how much is this dog worth?
Right.
And usually it's about what does it cost to replace the dog?
I mean, she's irreplaceable.
I'm just really saying, financially, it was a lot better than I thought it was, though.
Yeah.
I was ChatGPT is not always right.
They lie
according
sometimes.
to ChatGPT,
the surgery,
this surgery is between $1,800 and $2,500.
Right.
But the doctor came in at $800.
Yes.
But then I told him she's got some kind of little thing on her on her stomach.
She's like a growth.
And he's like, well, now it's $1,100 because he'll remove that at the same time.
We're going to do the whole thing. We're going to do the nip and the tuck. I was very proud because we always sort of thought like Tabitha's got to be overweight because she's just so gigantic.
She was 130 pounds.
And the vet was like, actually, no, she's just built like a mastiff. Like she's just a giant freaking dog. It's like, believe me, we see Labradors, Retrievers that are way overweight.
Right.
And I'm proud of her. She's on lockdown though, because she cannot be trusted.
She's not allowed to go swimming right now.
To stay out of the
she's
ponds.
Not allowed outside. Donna Joe said we used to have a limit, but no more. No, I have a limit. And when I saw ChatGPT, when the doctor goes, we're going to give you an estimate, and I started Googling ChatGPT or whatever in the doctor's office waiting for him, and $2,500 is above my limit, especially for an 8-year-old dog. And I started researching on ChatGPT. This is what happens with me. How can you aspirate this on your own? Is it possible? And what would happen if I just ignore it?
Do you really want Joe performing surgery on you?
Stick a needle in and drain it out.
Thank God that we're handling this professionally.
I mean, we do have a chicken with an eye like that.
I know, and
and it seems completely normal. It just acts like nothing's wrong, but its eye is completely shut. But that's a chicken. Yeah. That chicken is worth exactly $0 to go to a vet.
He says that, and yet we took a turkey to the vet for $140.
Turkeys are more expensive than chickens.
Yeah, it's
Anyway, I know I'm
glad she's going to get her surgery. Her surgery's on Thursday. She's got like a butt ton of like antibiotics that she has to do, and I think the hardest part of this entire thing is going to be like keeping her inside. You have to watch her like a hawk.
Yeah, she already got out.
Because she will go outside. She wants to see her chicken and turkey friends, and she wants to dive in the ponds.
Jeannie said, I don't have a limit. I spent $15,000 on my dog 10 years ago.
That's
I don't
why
have
I pet-
$15,000.
Well, that's why I have pet insurance now.
We're going to have to look into that. Chris said, my limit on chickens is $5, but we paid $300 to take a chicken to the bird
doctor.
No, that's just not happening.
You know what? She is such a joy.
I can replace a chicken in 21 days.
She's such a delight that I'm thankful.
I'm super thankful.
Yeah.
Chris said, do not watch chickens like a hawk. Hawks will eat chickens. Yes.
They will.
Okay, let's get into some of the chat. Who cares about wrinkles? Yeah, I agree. Who cares about wrinkles? I don't even care if my shirt matches my pants.
Clearly. I thought for some reason I forgot about talking about the shirt, and I thought it was like wrinkles on my body, and I was like, yeah, clearly I don't. I'm walking around you should have seen. So moms come to visit, and it's, it's a whole thing when you have, like, we were very modest growing up, but it's like too hot to be modest here. And so here comes my mom, and she's got a look on her face that's like, you're just walking around
in underwear,
in a bathing suit all the time. Like, I get it. But like, I have to, she did not say one word. Like, she is such a good mom, but like, it was still kind of like, grandma in a bikini, like in the middle of the day. I don't know how I feel about this.
And especially also, considering, like,
how would your grandmother feel about this?
You would not wear this in public.
Yes.
You wouldn't wear it on a cruise trip.
Right.
But you are literally doing farm work in a bikini.
Yeah.
So
I clearly, the whole, like, not being trashy is like out the door. Trashy it is. Vicky says, I need a happy birthday song, even a day late. Vicky, no one sings to me anymore. Well, we're going to change that today, Vicky. Happy birthday to you. You ready?
Yep.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Vicky. Happy birthday to you. And many more. So many more birthdays. Come back every single year. You're never not going to be sung to ever again.
Sounds good.
We got you.
So we do have a sponsor for today's live stream. It is going to be Caraway Cookware.
Freaking love these pans.
So yes, we got introduced to Caraway Cookware by Miriam Bear, for the one of the owners of Keto Chow.
We are down the rabbit hole with it now.
I had mentioned to her that I've been looking for new cookware because we want to get Teflon out of our life. Teflon cookware, horrible for your body.
Gotta go.
Horrible. It puts off fumes, noxious chemicals while you're cooking with it. It flakes off in your food. And I've been looking for a really good set for a couple of years, honestly.
Rachel proof set.
I've been looking for a really good set of, ceramic cookware. I everything I read about, like, ones that, like the Gordon Ramsay ones, people had complaints about them. We tried a couple, but they were rough on the bottom and the eggs would stick to them. So Mary introduced us to Caraway Cookware, where we fell in love with it.
I literally watched her chase eggs around the pan.
Oh, I know.
With nothing in it.
No butter, no nothing.
Nothing.
They work great. In fact, we love them so much, we bought more pans for them. And so after that, we decided to reach out to them and become an affiliate with them. And the reason they're today's sponsor is because they're having a big sale for Labor Day. So all of their things on their website are on sale, significantly on sale as well. But when you use our link, you can tack 10% off on top of the sale price.
I like that.
For example, I saw some cookware that was normally like $680 on sale for like $450, and then our discount gets you another $45 off. So if you're in the market for some new cookware, some really good cookware, you can burn cheese in it and nothing will stick.
Yeah.
Go ahead and check out Caraway Cookware.
I made, cottage cheese bread with it.
We're not going to talk about that.
But, I didn't, not the tuna bread. The tuna bread was a whole different thing.
We're not going to talk about that. It was too controversial.
The cottage cheese bread was delicious. And what I really wanted to do was, because we make it, but I wanted to make it in the pan on the baking sheet with nothing on it, because you see everybody like greases their pan, they put parchment paper down, and I'm thinking, what do I want to do when Peyton is here? I want the easiest thing to do. I don't want extra steps. I want less steps. That's my goal in life. less steps. That sounds
Right.
very counterproductive. I'm not talking about movement in your body. I'm talking about ease.
Right.
I like ease. So yeah, it's Rachel proof. That's really the test.
John said that happened to my dog last year. It looked like a pillow. Yes.
Yes.
$500 in an overnight stay. She was a bloody mess when she got home. Yeah, they said they gotta cut it, drain it. She's gonna have to have tubes in her ears.
They packed her ears to send her home.
She's gonna have to wear the cone of shame.
Cone of shame.
Yeah, all of that stuff.
Poor little thing. She gets embarrassed very easily. We waited to have her fixed until she had like developed, like grown, and clearly it worked, right? We waited until like all of her growth plates had fully matured before we got her fixed, because like that was just important to us. And but when we were waiting and she was going into heat, she self-confined onto the tile kitchen because she gets so embarrassed when like something is not right. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so embarrassed I'm in heat right now. Like, this is disgusting. Like, it was wild. So she's not going to like the cone of shame.
Okay, so I did just see a question. I want to go.
I saw down.
No,
Jesse
I
had
know
one.
what I'm looking for.
Okay.
Somebody wanted to know if Caraway Cookware works on an induction oven, which yes, the answer does. I can't find it out because everything's scrolled. But yes, so induction cookware works very well on induction ovens. We actually have an induction hot plate. I pulled it out just to try it and make sure that it did work. Okay, so Mel said, we haven't taken an animal to the vet in years. Our cats just get desexed and we feed them well and they live as long as they can. Yeah. That's kind of like our philosophy.
Tab, this is the first time Tab has been to the vet since getting fixed.
Yeah. Like she had one issue where she's like allergic to everything.
She is allergic to everything. She's allergic to being a Labrador. So we have gone through, so she has to have a special bowl because she's allergic to like a lot of bowls. She has a real big problem with collars. Even like we've bought like special bougie collars, you know, made from like butterfly wings and baby tears. And she's like, nope, still allergic to that. So like that was a challenge. You had to get her a collar just to like go to the vet. Because it's like she does not wear one normally. Right. She never like
Trish
leaves.
Said, did you know we actually wrinkle on the inside with age too?
Aw.
That's the newest theory on what's wrong with my leg. Huh. Wrinkled nerves, bunching up, and all aggravated. Did anybody see
I am sorry about
Dr. Barry's video yesterday responding to the doctor? I thought Dr. Barry was going to jump through the screen.
Yeah.
So Fox News, if you didn't know, had Dr. Barry on talking about carnivore babies. And then they had another doctor on. What do you think? And this doctor said this is disgusting because we are getting children, and he actually used this word, addicted to meat.
That's a problem?
And this is a problem. He said because they're not getting phytonutrients, which Dr. Barry was like debunking all this. But I wish they would have had the two of them debate. The guy would have run into a hole.
Oh, yeah, and hit.
I know. So anyway, he's like, you're going to get children addicted to meat. And he's like, yes, I said addicted, and that is a bad thing. Because when they are addicted to meat, they're going to become obese. They're going to have coronary heart problems. They're going to develop diabetes. And they're going to develop brain issues because they're addicted to meat. And cancer. Oh, and he said cancer. That all of that comes from an addiction to meat.
Is he just pulling that out of his butthole? Or like, where does he have research? Or you're just like, because I have people in my life, like my mother, I shared my mom like riding around on the lawnmower around the farm today. She was having so much fun. But like, no, the opposite. When she added the meat, removed the carbohydrates, diabetes, bye-bye, overweight, bye-bye, heart issues, bye-bye.
Right. It was so stupid. I did watch another interview with RFK today and said they are working with medical schools to get medical schools to incorporate more nutrition in their curriculum. Because again, he talked about the fact that most doctors get 2 hours of nutrition in their entire time in medical school.
So, my thought is this seems to me completely reasonable. Like, you know how
It was Laura that was asking about
you know
induction
why
support.
how we say that if you want to talk to your doctor about like what you're eating and you don't want to say the word keto, you kind of go in with like I'm following a whole food protocol and I'm trying to eliminate processed foods, you know, I'm trying to eliminate sugar, and like that's a better way to say it sometimes, like if you just don't want to get like the wall of frustration, you know, with people. I feel like coming in and saying like, hey, we would like to add nutrition as part of like schooling for doctors. I'm not saying what is right or wrong. I'm just saying nutrition would be beneficial.
Well, that's what
like
they're
I
trying
think
to
that
do.
that is a
It's
really
not like saying our nutrition. They're
right,
just saying nutrition in
but
general.
I think that that is a really reasonable thing to
70% of the deaths in the United States are as a result of a poor diet.
So you would like more doctors to make that connection.
Right, because
you have to also say, like, if they can make that connection and that's like in the back part of their mind as they go out into the world and like start like having, you know, patience, how much less they're going to beat their head against the wall
Right.
when they're frustrated trying to help somebody and they don't know what could be the root cause of this thing. Right?
Jeannie said, Joe, I think you sing happy birthday just fine. You sound like most of us. You're comparing yourself to Rachel.
Aw.
Oh, no. I'm bad.
I think you're good.
No, I'm bad. Quick reminder, as I've seen some different names, there are still a few people who have not yet responded for paying for the second leg of the 2KK cruise. We only have a few days left. If you can please take care of that. I sent out some reminders. I also sent out all of the invoices for the first half.
Yay.
For the first one. And so if you can just let me know. That one we have we have about 12, 13, actually a little bit more, about 15 days to get that payment in. But again, please don't wait to the last minute because it takes me a little while to do them all and process everything. And if you're on both, you can also just shoot me a message like, hey, use the same card for the first card, and then you don't have to bother filling out all the form and everything. Jesse has a question. Has anybody had their triglycerides go up on keto? I was comparing my blood work with 2 years after keto and 5 years after keto. My triglycerides are 20 points higher now. They could go up depending on like stress and other things. Usually it's an underlying issue because your triglycerides are, you know, more in line with like sugar consumption. So there might be something else going on. But just from your diet alone, generally your triglycerides shouldn't go up unless they were kind of low and you had an odd low, you know, a few years ago. But remember, we're not doctors, nurses, or health professionals. John said, my dog has a dry skin issue in the summer. I've tried everything available. Decided to try something different. Now I give her bacon grease every couple days and her fur's finally growing back.
That is good to know. That is good to know. Like, yeah, it's crazy like how sensitive poor Tabitha is.
Chris had also mentioned seed oils. Chris said 100 years ago, we all took all the phytonutrients that matter and gave them a name. They're called nutrients.
Right. Yeah, Robin's like, I'm fine with being addicted to meat. Yeah, like you don't understand what I used to be addicted to. Like if you knew what I was addicted to previously, you'd be proud. I think that if I would really like to know if this doctor knows a child. Are they seeing what like kids are now eating? Are you turning over the back of packages? And I'm talking about in the separate baby toddler section. I'm not even talking about like the kid snacks in like the regular Gen Pop of the grocery store, but I'm talking about like if you have to go and find a diaper and then like the baby, you know, separate section. Are you looking at what is being passed off as like first foods for a baby? Like, is it even real food at all? Like it's food-like substances, right? I mean, you go pick up things like Pediasure and like different, even just like meal supplements for a baby and a toddler, and it is like a ball of chemicals, mostly seed oils.
Right.
And you're like, this is what you want to feed your baby? Are you really sure? You don't want to give them meat. You don't want to give them bone broth.
Jody Lynn said, you guys should do a good weekly easy meal plan video. That's a good start for anyone. Made for weight loss if you have it already. I'm talking easy, grab and go, simple for busy people. That's a good idea.
That's a good idea.
We do have another like what we eat in a day kind of thing coming out. And we're also going to be going through in that video like what the house looks like right now. So Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell button, and be notified when that video comes out. The thing is we're boring. It's lots of like ground beef and eggs, burgers, but it's definitely something we can work on. It's doing videos like meal plan videos is so specific. We used to do like, here's a good thing to eat this week, and you get like the amount of people that will message
I don't like that thing.
I don't like that food. It becomes so frustrating. It's like Rachel did the cottage cheese bread. The amount of hate that she got,
right?
Saying like, well, you shouldn't eat it hot. I mean,
no, you're talking about the tuna bread.
That's
yeah. There, well, in people like private message, because I put it on Instagram too. I put it as a YouTube short. So I did tuna bread, and then I did a cottage cheese bread. Tuna bread. Some people are very much in love with it, and was like, "Don't talk about my tuna bread now." And I'm like, "Hey, taste is subjective." Same thing.
Well, Rachel's mother was like, what's wrong with it? My answer was, it has tuna in it. She's like, what do you mean? And I'm like, anything with tuna fish is horrible.
Right.
I mean, anything.
Somebody said, we really need to have Joe and Rachel do it. Like, it shouldn't be your mom. It should be Joe.
I wouldn't even try it.
And I'm like, there is no way that Joe is going to do that.
No.
Like, he's just not.
The most I can do is tuna croquettes. And I mean, it's got to be heavily seasoned. And don't tell me there's tuna in it.
Right. Don't Lion King it.
And you want to know why I'm this way? This is a lesson. Do not do this to your children and grandchildren.
You were forced to eat tuna?
I was forced to eat tuna. Like, you cannot get up from the table until
the tuna is consumed.
And it was disgusting.
I was forced to drink prune juice. And
so was I.
That is not something that I reached for as an adult, even pre-keto.
I was forced to drink prune juice because it was very important to be regular.
That was exactly why I was
very
drinking
important
it too.
To be regular.
It was very important. And so I wound up giving it to my dog when my mom would turn her head. And we had a truly regular dog.
Yeah.
It was very regular.
Robinson, my first dog, a lab, had the hematomas on both ears at the same time. Don't remember the cause, but when they healed, the skin was all wrinkly. Yes. So I did ask the vet, is it possible that it will heal on its own?
Yeah.
And he said, yes, it is possible.
It is like a pillow.
But it is very painful for her.
Oh, no. We're done.
And you wouldn't know it. And that when they do, basically, they end up with cauliflower ear. It just becomes like a big, because...
No.
Yeah.
We're not
and he
doing
said
that.
it'll take. No, we're getting the surgery. It's
Why
just
would
next
you
Thursday.
get my lovely young lady cauliflower ear, right? Like,
right.
It's like,
well, I was asking that before.
She was
I
on
knew
the
how
wrestling
much it was
team
cost.
at school.
When I thought it was like $2,500 and then have to pay.
You were contemplating it.
And then when they say $2,500 on ChatGPT, and then I've got to tack on small town taxes, and so maybe I'm at like 3,000 now.
Because we're the only vet in town.
You start thinking, like, how much? Nancy said Don and Joe is going to Hack Your Health. I won't be yes, Don and Joe will be in Hack Your Health. So
Yay!
will we.
We'll be there. You'll see us in the Keto Chow booth. Come visit. Hi, Amy.
Chris said a few hundred years ago. Oh, wait, I read that one. Robin likes being addicted to meat. Jesse saying, I haven't added back in seed oils, but I did go from carnivore back to a meat-based keto. I have cut the fat a little bit, though. Vicky said, my cat scratched open her tick lump.
Oh.
I've been putting methylene blue on the open sore. It's reducing in size and healing slowly. So maybe worth using on dog's leg sore.
That is very interesting. So it was funny, though. I was talking to Caleb, our youngest son, and his immediate response was, this is why I have cats. This is why I'm a cat guy. And because he thinks that cats are less expensive than dogs.
Their godmother spent $12,000 on diabetes medication for cats.
Right. And so I was like, I don't know. And he goes, cats are less expensive from the get-go. He's like, it's truly like, a couple will research a breed and for 2 years find something that's completely lined up with their lifestyle and their needs, and then they'll pay for amazing dog. And it's like, this cat, I found it in an engine. This cat fell out of a dumpster.
Listen, I'm gonna start something. I love cats, but a cat's not a dog.
Aww.
I love cats, but a cat is not a replacement for a dog.
Roscoe
is not a replacement for a dog.
Roscoe was like, that was my angel baby. And also, Casey, my cat from my childhood that lived to be also 18, was a gift from the Lord.
Okay, so Laura said, I saw someone online who made the tuna bread but used canned chicken instead. And they really liked it. You said you were going to try that.
I was going to try that because I feel like it would be a more mild taste. And I feel like, you know, chicken as the back note will work with other things. I think it was like Jujubee was like, you know, she was making it too and was like, I think I can live with it, especially if it was like, you know, put it as like, make it as like a grilled cheese type thing after you're done with it, because tuna and cheese kind of go together. But she was like making it as like a steak sandwich. And she was like, as a sandwich bread, like steak sandwich, no. Right. Like that will not do again, because those flavors. And I feel like, you know, chicken is like beige, baby. It goes with everything. It's like gray. It's like black in your wardrobe. It goes with everything. So it's like, it's fine. So I feel like chicken would be a better, like, working in the back.
T. Lewis said, I saw Carnivore Revolution make tuna bread, 2 12-ounce cans of tuna, 2 eggs, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, more tuna, less baking powder. Maybe it's better. No, because it has tuna fish in it.
No.
So it can't be better.
I can't go back in.
More tuna cannot
This
make
is what I'm
going
to tell you to do. I want you to do it, eat it, and then report back. Like, I'm not going in by myself again. I'm not putting on the helmet. I'm not putting on the Kevlar vest, and I'm not making that tuna. You can't make me eat it again. So I need you to make it, and then you report back.
Yeah.
Like, how is it? And for everybody who's like, tuna bread is my favorite, I love you. And now, good news. More tuna bread on the shelf for you. You are not going to have to share it with me. That is all yours. I love it, and Joe loves it when there is something that, like, one of us likes better than the other one, because it means we don't have to share.
Right.
I love that. We always come across flavors that's like, we're different.
Yeah, so here's
grape.
Okay.
Joe never has to share anything grape with me, ever.
So, for example, Legendary food chips.
Yes.
We got a box because it's whatever's on sale.
Yeah. Right? Our favorite
and
flavor
whatever
is sale.
Get, right? So
is your favorite
we
flavor
got
sale?
A bag of the barbecue ones.
Freaking love those.
I didn't have any of them.
No.
I found...
You had one.
Let me finish.
Because I
found 2 bags.
Yes.
I brought them in the house. Rachel ate one.
Mm-hmm.
I was going to eat the one the next day. And then she went, and I'm like, I just wanted 1 bag of it. And she didn't talk to me for like 3 hours.
I gave him the bag.
But with the puss on your face.
I gave him the bag and the silence.
Yes.
He got barbecue.
So it is better when...
And a silent treatment.
It is better, like, when she doesn't like what I like. Because then I don't have to share it. And it's the same for her. Like, she never has to share
the jalapeno flavor?
She never has to share sardines with me.
No. The nacho cheese flavor of the Legendary is like fine, but like the other ones are so much better that I find myself being like, hey, would you like some chips that are not the one I like the best? Like, that's that loving, hey, I'm checking on your needs. Yeah. But like, it better not bump into my needs.
Crystal said, we're so sad we're not able to go on the cruise.
Oh, me too. I'm gonna miss you. But the only thing is, you're having your first grandbaby.
Yes.
So like, there ain't no, this is a sorry not sorry situation, because that's freaking amazing that you're having a grandbaby.
John said, I think the tuna bread recipe started as a canned chicken bread and someone had no chicken but had tuna and tried it.
I think that, like, we have got to pump the brakes on, like, trying to make
I've been
everything
making, like,
protein.
Chicken crust pizza for years.
Oh, I know. But you know what, though? Here's the issue that you do run into, like, in social media, is you didn't make it today. If you did not make the recipe today and release it today, like, bye, never heard of you.
Right.
Like, you have to, it's always a situation of, like, what have you done for me lately? I don't care that you made something 4 years ago. And I feel like
even that was a possible...
Journalism prepped me for that.
No, I'm just saying, I think that was just a possible, like, ChatGPT spit out a recipe, and for once it was right. Usually it's wrong. You know how many recipes that show up on Facebook that I am 100,000% positive are nothing more than ChatGPT recipes that somebody is
It
posting.
will not cook.
And I mean, even when you read the ingredients, and I'll try, and I'm like, no.
I tried.
No, like this recipe was obviously
I
not created by Carolyn Ketchum or Maria Emmerich.
Right.
No,
This is
no,
sweaty garbage.
It does not work. I'd say 90% of them. Like if I videoed us making it, you guys would have the greatest laughs ever.
We should do it because I did. Like I wanted. You were gone. You were in Texas.
There was one for tiramisu.
Ugh.
It was made with yogurt.
It was nasty. There was also one I was looking for, like a strawberry preserves that, like it, you know,
I have
like
a recipe
something.
for strawberry
I
preserves.
know, but I was like, I'm gonna do something different, and this was supposed to be like. And I asked him, like, could you do this in a crock pot? Absolutely. Awful. Like
You can't make preserves in a
inedible.
It can't be slow cooked.
ChatGPT freaking lied to me.
ChatGPT's wrong.
Threw up all of these ingredients that mixed together like seriously hot garbage. It was awful.
Trish said I was forced to eat borscht, beet soup. Yep, I love borscht.
For Easter?
For Easter breakfast before I was allowed to get
still
into
traumatized.
my Easter basket. I'm still traumatized.
Beets are one of those things that, like, when people are like, what is your, like, oh, I want to do something a little bit naughty at like the restaurant. I get some beets. Pickled beets is like my, like, sexy, like, I'm gonna do something crazy. I'm gonna have a little bit of beets. Like, you know, ooh,
Gabrielle
living dangerous.
Said, my husband is the same way, Joe. He will make himself sick if he even smells you. That's how I feel.
If you've ever seen that episode of Everyone Loves Raymond where, like, Raymond has a fit because, like, the tuna juice gets on him, that is this man right there. That's him.
Jody said, I understand the amount of hate from people. I have a channel on here. I love your Bucky shirt.
Thank
you.
Also,
you guys look amazing.
Thanks
Thank
so
you very much,
Jody. Yeah, I'm getting a thicker skin. I'm starting to answer back sometimes, which would, if you've known me for any length of time, like, I don't ever talk back. But when someone is, you know, someone's sending me a private message and they're just they're starting to say stuff, I'm starting to answer back like, no.
Bob's got this is good. This would be great. Of course, like there would be a lot of backlash, but how about have all current doctors take mandatory, I'm going to put mandatory in it, take classes on nutrition and withhold payments from the government if they don't. So like withhold all Medicare payments.
Wow.
That is a good idea. Like you have to take, or you don't have to, you have to take
continuing education class, right?
Like say every year, every doctor have to take continuing education every year. Like for example, if they go to low carb health, if they go to like low carb San Diego, low carb, you know, Denver.
That's why it's so freaking expensive.
Right? That most of them are all doctors. They get continuing education credits for that. Make it mandatory that X amount of their continuing education credits every year or every other year, that some of them have to be on nutrition. And if they don't, forget not renewing their license.
Right.
I'm with Bob. Like just, you don't get your Medicare check this month for all the patients you saw.
Baby, that nutrition class would be taken. And
that's a good idea.
And I honestly think it would be fun. I can remember Mom talking about some of the ones that she had to do as an oncologist, like the continuing education courses. And she was like, some of them are like, wah, 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 like painful.
Yes.
Painful to sit through. But like nutrition ones seem like it would be very interesting.
So Jamie has a question. Does RFK agree with low carb or does he want the current? It's not that he is low carb, but he agrees with low carb. I don't know if I've ever seen anything where he says what he eats, but
I've seen him talk about meat.
He is on the spectrum of what he believes is
whole foods.
Like that's why he wants to do things like
no seed oils,
SNAP, and those kind of programs can't pay for like
no sugar.
You know, sugary drinks and snacks and stuff like that. So he wants to get rid of food dyes, all the overly processed foods, not to get rid of it, but says that is the problem, that that you should be eating meat and vegetables.
I think some of the standards that I've heard talked about is, and again, this is not
He's against seed oils.
This is not a political thing. I don't
Yeah.
want anytime we mention a name of something that like we're taking a side. We're not. Like, here's where we're at. This is the guy that's in charge of like Health and Human Services. I like the discussion that's happening. Like I like the conversation. We're talking about nutrition. It is related to health, right? Like I think it's a good thing. And
I don't agree with him on everything.
I don't.
There's a lot of things he does that I don't agree with.
But what I do like is the thought that, hey, why don't we just try to like match regulations from other countries? Because I think more and more people are like going to like another country and being like, I can eat the bread here. Yes. Why is that?
And that's the thing is
why
that
can't I eat stuff at home?
The food preservatives that are illegal here in the United States are illegal in other countries.
Look at Mike Mutzel, I think recently had gone to Europe and was like,
a lot of people like can go to Europe and eat the bread and not even have their glucose go up.
Right.
Because they just have different things in their wheat products.
There's different stuff that's like not allowed here. I've talked to Mary about some stuff from, saying like she can get some stuff from Canada that just doesn't have the same like garbage in it.
Okay, John wants to know, is the Caraway Labor Day sale as good as the Prime Day sale back in July? I think it's actually better because everything is on sale. Jeannie said, no need to choose between cats and dogs. They're both like, I agree. I like both cats and dogs. Both. My point is, a cat can't replace a dog. Like a cat, like, it can't be that like guard kind of thing. I think I like them both. But I don't think you can go, a cat replaces the dog. That's like saying that like watching a movie replaces you. No.
I think that's a very weird analogy.
I'm just saying.
And I think that there's plenty of people that would be like, screw them dogs. I like cats.
I'm not.
We've had both.
I'm not anti-cat. I would have cats now.
We've always been no's.
But where am I going to put a cat?
I will say, like,
I want some barn cats.
You know who wins? Chickens. Not dogs. Not cats, chickens. You know what? I'll put this up there. At least the chickens work for me. Why? Have you noticed we have not had a single solitary tree frog this entire season?
And when we moved in last year?
Everywhere. Everywhere.
I mean, hundreds on the side of the RV.
Until the chickens rolled up. And then... The frog days were over.
We have no tree frogs at all.
You're done.
Last year was so bad.
Frog.
You would open. They'd be in the handle. They were everywhere.
Bye tree frogs.
Lynn said we had a cat that lived 19 years and never saw a vet. Outside cat. There's something to that. Isn't the oldest one
still alive? It's like 30 years old. Is it in Japan or something?
One of the things that causes cats to die prematurely is feeding them the processed food.
They are true
cats
carnivores.
Are carnivores.
If you want to take a look at a carnivore,
my sister's got a cat. It's like 20 somewhat years old. What does she feed it? Raw chicken.
Yeah.
So, and she gives it like hearts and things like that. But
have a heart.
Complete carnivore. John said steak and tuna, evil surf and turf.
Trish said that next Western New York, Southern Ontario meetup is going to be Saturday, September 7th at Niagara Falls. Contact Trish on Mighty Networks if you live in that area so that she can make sure you get the information that you need. You don't want to miss this. When there's a meetup available, take that chance, take that opportunity. Like, do not let that fly by. We need this time of community.
Sean said, I still can't eat canned corned beef because of having to eat the stewed cabbage with it. That was the only meal my mom cooked that I really didn't like. I love canned corned beef, but it does smell like dog food. Canned corned beef hash smells like dog food.
I'm going to say this because I know that your dad was a better cook than your mom growing up. Like, you liked his
My
food.
mom started cooking when I got older, but my mom was I love you, but my mom was you when you first started to learn to cook.
Yes.
I mean, Rachel's just now, in the last year or so, experimenting in the kitchen. I mean, that is the whole idea of So Easy Even Rachel Can Make It, because Rachel can't cook. When I met Rachel, literally could barely do like eggs and boxed macaroni and cheese.
Well, I made cookies and the kids could not identify them as
Right.
cookies.
So, but as Rachel began to experiment, Rachel was ChatGPT. Okay?
Hey!
She would literally
Super
open up the
insulting.
cabinet and be like, I have this, this, and this, and throw it together and see what it makes. Like, I really want this to rise. So could I just use baking soda? No, baking soda and baking powder don't do the same thing, baby.
I don't
But I
understand.
only have baking soda.
So, well, it's just going to have to work.
Right? Or like and that was my mom growing up. My mom would literally go like, the recipe calls for corn. I don't have corn, so I'm going to use beets.
Very different cornbread. Okay,
Right?
so my question is, knowing that, because I do know that, what was something that your dad made that you did
now,
not
my
like?
mother became a very good cook because when you start to throw all of this crap together that doesn't work, you start to learn.
Yes.
Because really, cooking is science.
Yes.
Cooking is chemistry.
Well, baking is science.
Baking is really chemistry.
There's not a lot of room for error. So my question is, what is something your dad cooked? He was a good cook. What is something you did not like that he cooked? Because that must have been rare. Because he cooked a lot of stuff you liked. He's thinking. I feel like you're rebooting.
I'm trying to think. There wasn't a lot. I don't know who made it. I can just tell you the worst thing that
you're
we
gonna
ate,
blame it on
other
him?
than tuna fish.
Okay.
I can tell you the worst thing we ate as a child.
What?
And we ate a lot of this.
Yes.
Chicken burgers and turkey burgers.
That needs to stop.
Because
it's supposed to be healthier.
We did not eat beef. Okay, number one.
I'm sorry for your
We
lies.
did not eat beef because it was expensive.
Mm-hmm.
And we did not eat beef because it was bad for you. Because I grew up right in the time where all of this came on of fat bad.
And your mom is a doctor,
beef
so she
bad.
needs to like set an example.
Yes. And so like that's when I grew up. I grew up in the time of like everybody should start drinking skim milk. Like I remember as a kid, milk being delivered to the house in the glass bottle. And the next thing you know, we're drinking powdered skim milk. Which was watered down, by the way, because we had to. Yes, we had a milkman. But we had to save
old is this man
money.
I'm married to?
We had to save money so we would get the packets of skim milk.
Yeah.
Like where it came, that was the splurge. not the tub, but where it was a package. And you would rip open the package and pour it in. Right. Only mom used double the water. So it was
stretch it?
Because you had to stretch it.
Stop stretching skim milk. It's bad enough.
Right. So, but why did we drink skim milk?
I don't know. Why did
Because everybody was taught fatted milk is bad.
So chicken burgers and turkey burgers sound terrible.
They were terrible.
My grandparents, in their like homage to trying to get on board and be relevant in that time, you know, they switched from ice cream to ice milk. And we had that too. You could lick the outside of the box or the inside of the box. Same taste.
Right.
It was amazing.
We had ice milk.
It was actually reversible.
Yes, we had ice. And then,
you don't get that a lot with desserts.
Everything was with good intent.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I remember. Do you remember TCBY?
Oh yeah.
We never the special treat was like once a month we'd go to Baskin Robbins, and then
were you rich?
Then TCBY comes out.
And you're like, crap. And now we're going to have to eat
so
yogurt.
We would go to TCBY because what they told everybody was
some sour ice cream?
Frozen yogurt is healthier than frozen ice cream. Yeah. That's what they told Now we all know that wasn't true. Now we know that. But
all that yogurt you ate when you could have been eating ice cream.
Right. You know, but that's just how we grew up. We also made our own spaghetti sauce. Uh-huh. These are some of the reasons that I became fat when I went to college. I mean, I was fat as a child, but I got really fat I went to college.
This helped you.
Because all of a sudden I wanted all the things I wasn't allowed to have.
Store-bought.
Right? So, like, we never, ever bought tomato sauce. We made it ourselves. But Mom didn't cook it down long enough. Tomato sauce needs to cook down.
But you have me in the kitchen.
And so it was very watery. So now you don't want to consume it. Early on as a child,
she made like tomato sauce that was more like LaCroix.
Our desserts were like zucchini bread.
Ooh. It's an exciting night, kids.
Carrot cake.
I can't throw any stones because I lived in a time when my mom got one of those sandwich makers, which turned,
We had them all.
which turned the wholesome day-old bread into whatever, delight that you like to eat in a triangle. So, I mean, we would get those cans of like apple pie in a can type thing. And then that was like the filling. And then the outside was the bread. But we didn't have Wonder Bread. That was fancy. We had like the generic brand, but the day old version of it.
Yes. Okay, so let's get back into the comments. Crystal said CME for nutrition class would be awesome. I agree. Robin said, we know that they're not going to teach the right nutrition information. Here is my thought, and this is probably going to upset some people, but I'm used to upsetting people. That's why our channel doesn't grow anymore.
Congratulations.
I think even nutrition that doesn't go in line with my belief system with eating a mostly meat diet. I will tell you, I would rather doctors take nutrition, as somebody mentions, vegan. I don't agree with veganism because I don't think veganism, is healthy for us when it comes to nutrients.
Sure.
They all say that like veganism is the best thing for your health. I don't agree. If you want to be a vegan because you absolutely love animals and don't want to see an animal killed, I'm completely on board with you.
Yeah.
But don't tell me it's healthier for me, because it's not. And don't tell me it's better for the environment, because it's not. Veganism causes more environmental issues than meat eating. But where they do have it right, at least, let's not go vegan. Let's go plant-based whole food. There's a difference.
Sure.
Okay? Like whichever, I can never remember, the Penn and Teller, the bigger guy.
I don't know why this is like
it's always, because that's the most famous person that I know that ate. I know that Samuel L. Jackson did it for a long time until he did one of the Marvel movies.
Yeah.
Okay? They don't eat processed. Like, the vegan has gone as bad as some things with keto and stuff, where everything in the store
Chemicals.
is Impossible Burger, Impossible Eggs, and garbage. But like the plant-based whole food where you don't consume fat and nothing comes in a wrapper.
Right.
I would rather doctors do that than the current thing of, you know what, diabetes.
You need Cheerios.
Just take a pill.
Oh, yeah.
Or have literally when you have a doctor say that eating a 0 carbohydrate diet based off of meat is going to cause diabetes. I honestly, here's my thing. This is going to sound bad. That doctor should have his medical license immediately revoked.
Woof.
Because tell me, how is that possible?
He is very lucky you are not in charge.
You get diabetes, right?
Yeah.
Not type 1, but type 2. It is a sugar issue. So if I am not consuming sugar, can you please tell me how I'm going to get diabetes?
I told you all of this information is coming out of his butt.
Pretty much. Well, that's pretty much what Dr. Berry said.
We think a lot like.
I don't need I just want them to be taught that more about nutrition and the way food impacts our diet.
I like just having the conversation. I've never been,
anything would be better than what they're getting now.
I love the conversation where they have to look at things. Maybe they have to take apart stuff. I mean, just for a doctor to look and say, like, I can't say any of the words that are on the back of this wrapper. That's probably a red flag.
Crystal said we need to ban the ingredients that are banned in the UK.
Yeah.
I completely agree. That's where we have to start.
Sean said, I saw something the other day that Starbucks put ammonia in their pumpkin spice to get the orange color. Nice. See, it's like, that's the other thing. It's like, it's the presentation is so important. A lot of times it's at the expense of nutrition. So when you see things like for instance, the chemicals that they spray on bananas to fast track the green to yellow look so that you have a really, like, you have my shirt color banana, going on. But it's just like, do you really want to consume that chemical so that you can have a pretty banana?
Right.
It's crazy.
Gabriel said RFK eats protein and fermented vegetables. So he's very much in line with us.
Nancy says, what color are you going to paint the back wall?
Like a gray.
Really?
Yes, because
is that going to make me look older?
Gray goes good with lighting.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, and then you can put accent lights in.
Don't make it green.
It needs to be gray, like our old one.
Okay.
I need time.
How about a green screen?
No.
Remember we used to do that?
I have a green screen.
We have a green screen.
Then you have to think about everything that you wear.
Does the OG family that's here, like from the beginning, remember when we used to get the backdrops that were like a cloth backdrop?
You have to, with the green screen, the problem with green screen is you have to think about everything that you wear. You have to consider that.
Yeah, I remember that because we did.
And then if you want to pick up a product and it's green, so no, I'm not doing green screen. Let's see. Sean said, I saw something the other day. Okay, you read that one already. There was another one that I saw that I wanted to. Protein. I saw where he said he eats beef and ferments. Okay. Chris said, Rachel and Ken are practically twins. Last time I saw them at the same place, I was speechless because I thought they were the same person.
And we were wearing the same outfit, which was really wild.
Chris said, TCBY, a subsidiary of Mrs. Fields Cookies. I'm learning so much tonight.
Oh, how interesting. That seems like there's a conflict there. Because Mrs. Fields Cookies is like all about the sugar and decadence. And then TCBY is trying to sell you something that's like healthy.
Chris said, the country's best yogurt. This couldn't be yogurt. Never did I figure out which one has the correct meaning. And then he said, wait, TCBY has 470 locations. I thought they went under 2.
They're still around? Are you kidding?
Jamie said the Froyo Seinfeld episode where everybody got fat.
Yes, that was the best. I love it. My fellow Seinfeld friends. That was the most hilarious thing. And remember when Newman got like so mad because like basically once they found out, they had like sent it to a lab because the yogurt was saying that it was like fat free, and they sent it to a lab and the lab's like, they're lying. And Newman's like, you ruined this for me.
Right.
And I think that for a long time, that was me when it came to trying to get better health. I was like, la, 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 la. Do not tell me what I don't want to hear. Let me just have the things that I want.
Well, that is the problem in the United States.
Right now. There's nothing wrong. And if you come at me with something that you're trying to say, like, this is better, I need to explain to you why I cannot possibly try to change what I'm doing.
Yeah. John said turkey burgers were okay. They were dry and extra cheese and ketchup. Except for we weren't allowed to have cheese or ketchup.
Oh, because they had... Yeah, cheese is bad because it was fat.
Yes.
And then ketchup had sugar in it. Unless you made it. I'm sure it was nice and watery.
Yeah. Chris said, I had brisket for the first time at 35.
I will say that it wasn't until, I want to say it was in my 20s before I had like a steak. Every once in a while, my mom would make a steak for my dad that was like super fancy, but it was like the worst cut of meat. But that was like, he was the only one that got a piece of steak. Okay.
Best comment of the night. Highlight comment of the night from Jamie.
Okay.
Cats poop in a box and then walk on your kitchen counter. That's all I have to say.
Yes. Remember, and like...
Wait, they poop in a box, scratch in it, and then walk across your kitchen counter.
That is very true. And I'm sure if you've been watching us for a while, you would see Roscoe and Charity, like in the middle of whatever we were doing, like after they got done with the poop box, like jump up onto the counter and like right in front of like the camera. Cause yeah.
Okay, Serena said, I see it this way. Want a toddler? Get a dog.
Yes.
Want a teenager? Get a cat.
Yes.
Want dog hardware running in cat software? Get a Siberian Husky.
From personal experience. That is awesome. That is just such an awesome explanation. Very, very true. I like a cat because a cat is like companionship, but like you can't, like, I think it's easier if you have to go away for a day, right? Like you can't just be like, hey, I'm going to let you take care of things, dog. And like, you know, cat's like, I got you, go.
Right.
I will see you tomorrow evening.
So
put extra food and water out. We're fine. So
Jamie said, so many of my fellow expats who thought they were celiac can now eat wheat here.
Wow.
Right? Because that's Ecuador, right? And then they eat imported products from the United States, and they are right back to the hospital. Just Campbell's soup.
Yeah. Seriously, it's crazy.
Anvil said, not just chickens. Hens are great. Mean roosters. I don't want to ever deal with that again. mean roosters here go to auction.
Yeah, they don't get to stay.
So we had a couple that were great until one of them got chased, and then they became like they were fine with us.
But they didn't like
but
anybody new.
They didn't like anybody new.
So my
and
mom
then
would
we
visit
had
and
the
they would
one
go after.
Indian giant that started going after Rachel.
He's got to
and
go.
And so he went.
Yeah.
The two that we have now are amazingly nice.
They're really nice. But the Tony D, he's named for who's the boss, because there is a question. You know, usually there's like an alpha, usually like there's a pecking order, and one of the roosters is higher up on that pecking order. But like Tony D was second and is younger than Seth. Seth is our first, is our you know, we had him first, and then Tony D. But Seth and Tony D are both like, oh no, you first, sir. Oh no, you first through the door, sir. So they're both like, it's very hard to see like who is in charge. Who is in charge? Who's the boss around here?
So Andrew said, as a kid in Alaska, we couldn't afford milk, so we used powdered milk. Pour cereal in a bowl, scoop on powdered milk, and then add water and stir. That was our life.
That was my life.
That was
your life. That was.
And our cereal, was, well, this is where my mom's cooking thing came from, but it was Special K, cornflakes, occasionally Rice Krispies. Unless we went camping, then my sister and I got the little boxes. Ooh. But we would get the multi-pack.
Would you like fight to the death over?
Do you remember the multi-pack?
Yes, I remember.
And it would come with like Frosted Flakes.
My brother in a headlock because he's trying to take the one good one.
So you're taking them, and then at the end you've got like 1 million boxes of Special K and cornflakes.
Yeah.
Okay. But then what would happen is mom would buy cereal, but then you get to like a third of a bag, but she doesn't want like all these open boxes.
Mix them.
So you would mix. And now you're opening up a bag and it's like Rice Krispies, cornflakes, Raisin Bran. We did get Raisin Bran every once in a while. We got
Raisin Bran once in a while.
But it's like 5 different cereals all mixed together in a bag.
We would have Raisin Bran.
It was Chex Mix of cereal.
We would go to the big Tupperware that we kept our sugar in.
Terry, if you're watching this, please do not show this to mom.
And put sugar on top of the Raisin Bran. Because we didn't get like the cool cereals. Like my cereal growing up never had a prize. There was no gift. There was only maybe a coupon for more than that cereal.
I remember there was a product called King Vitamin.
King
we would
Vitamin.
Get that every once in a while.
It was not a King Vitamin, I don't think. Where is it?
Because somehow
I never.
Oh, and also the other special treat would be once in a while. What was the one frosted? Not mini wheats, but it was another one. They were larger.
Frosted mini wheats?
It wasn't the mini ones.
An adult on one side, kid on the other?
Yes. We had that.
Yeah.
Right. Now, we only knew that it doesn't matter whether you're eating cornflakes or you're eating, Flintstones.
That is not a license to sin, though.
Both of them are the same.
Might as well just eat a donut.
And I remember pointing that out at one point. I remember making a comment.
And you lived through that comment?
Looking on the back as I became older, like...
They're the same.
When you look at the nutrition facts, it was literally the same.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, so...
My question...
So wait, somebody's asking about something about the giveaway. The giveaway should be working. I did have the wrong link originally.
Good job.
Anthony said, I had a problem with the giveaway link. That when I went there, I signed up and it didn't take me to the giveaway.
Yes. So now...
It should be working.
Try it again.
I changed it this morning. I don't know. I also had the wrong picture on the thumbnail.
What was going on?
I don't know. Let me go look while you're talking.
Cocaine is a heck of a drug. Because I was like, wait, I tried it too, and was like, what is going on? He's gonna check. So we did not mix cereals, but we did not have name brand cereals. We had the generic version of those things. So I'd never eaten a Cheerio. I'd eaten a Toastio. That's what we did. Especially when Walmart started selling it, not in a box, but in a bag. So like, we don't need the outside box. Just give us the big bag of it.
Yeah, it's working. Okay,
but thank you, Anthony, for reminding us. Don't miss out on that, because that's like the keto crate, and it was good. It was actually really good this month.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't put it in.
Great nuts. Yes, that was one that we got once in a while. amazing on ice cream. I believe that because it needs to have something that like breaks it down.
Here's the giveaway link.
Because grape nuts were always something that was like, it was so hard. You were like worried a little bit about choking
Granola.
hazards.
We had granola once in a while.
We did not.
I liked the granola. Of course, again, we were getting
sugar.
all of this stuff because they were telling us that this is what I'm talking about nutrition wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like, doctors need to be told, like, stop telling people to eat cereal.
Yeah.
Like, can we, I think some doctors really don't understand that every carbohydrate you consume becomes sugar in your body.
Right.
Like, that's the nutrition they need to be taught.
I did get granola.
That, like, bagel, cookie, same thing.
I could eat a bowl of granola whenever my mom bought those Nature Valley granola bars that literally completely fell apart. Like, even the kids will say, on a scale from 1 to Nature Valley granola bar, how much is your life crumbling right now? Because it was just in your lap. Just in your lap.
Chris said Wissensfield Cookie still has 300 locations. What?
What?
Are there still 300 malls left in the United States?
That are working, that haven't been turned into a Spirit Halloween?
Right.
Like, I'm not sure.
Matt said put up the lightsabers.
I miss malls. Malls were like such an important part of like growing up and like, getting into like different seasons of life. Like, it was a rite of passage to be able to go to the mall without your parents.
Right.
That was such an amazing thing. Thanks a lot, Amazon. Now nobody needs to go to the mall. Why would you need to go to the mall?
Sean said, I got a call from my new insurance company's health nurse. She asked about my diabetes. I told her I no longer have diabetes. So she asked, do I want to talk to a nutritionist? I said no.
Well, here's the thing. If whatever I'm doing is working and I no longer have diabetes, like,
I'm kind of
obviously I've dialed in the nutrition.
She didn't comment back. Wait, it's impossible to get rid of diabetes.
Yeah, that's a step in the right direction.
Right.
Do you want me to talk to the nutritionist because maybe I want it back? Is that what you're asking me? Like, oh, whoa, Nelly. You don't want to reverse this diabetes thing. Want to see how you can
Jamie
have
said,
just enough?
I live in Banana Land and our bananas are not pretty. Everyone says they are the best ever. I haven't tried wild bananas because we have them here in Florida.
Yeah, and we used to have them in our backyard.
Very different to store-bought bananas.
Very different.
And they are not nearly as sweet than what we buy here in the grocery store.
We used to have them because our neighbor had them and like the bunches would like grow over the side of our fence. And so we would have like, free bananas. And yeah, they looked very different.
Anthony said, is there a problem with the Keto Crate video that was just put out? No, should be working.
Exposing Doctor says, I shudder to think about the number of lean cuisine and 100 calorie packs thanks to Weight Watchers. Yes, that Weight Watchers has sold them. Like, I would be interested now to see, because I was so like not making connections, but like with big food. I just wasn't making connections of like who's in bed with who. But like certainly there has to be a connection. Like somebody is getting money or like stock prices are going up. You have like a certain amount of stock from like these 100 calorie things and like lean cuisine meals and Weight Watchers. You cannot tell me that they were not like in bed together to sell product, right?
Here's a little known fact. Like, you had all these products about 100 calorie packs. They did not change the product at all. It was a serving thing.
Right, of course.
It was a serving thing.
Yeah.
Like Oreo cookies, 100 calorie pack. It was
thins.
Literally just 2 cookies.
Right.
That's all it was.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's what Anthony said. I tried to watch and go back to the video, and I got a black screen saying the video is private. Yes, because what happened was I got a text message from Chris Barrett that the thumbnail had Rachel and I holding a
keto,
a My Chow box.
Yeah.
So it was like 11:30 at night, and I'm like, I'm not going in the house. So my solution was make the video private until I can get up in the morning and go fix the thumbnail.
So it's fixed.
Yes, it is fixed. It's been live all day.
It's fixed. It's alive. It's alive.
John said my sister's dog stole her entire homemade birthday cake. Cats will just taste test.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
Shredded
wheat. Yes.
Yes, we had
that was
shredded
it.
wheat.
Shredded wheat.
No, we did not. It wasn't shredded wheat because it had frosted on the one side.
Frosted wheat.
Yes, frosted wheat. And
Frosted
then they
frosted mini wheats.
And then they had the mini wheats.
Yes.
I
I did not like Life cereal. Once I had the
love Life cereal was my favorite.
I am sorry that I moved your stuff.
Rice Life cereal was my favorite. That was the least healthy cereal that we were allowed to have.
I did not think that tasted good.
I loved Life cereal.
What is wrong with you?
It
Ew.
was really good.
I bet you like prune juice.
No, I did not like prune juice.
Well, you like Life cereal.
Exposing anyone here about Feel Free. It's supposed to be healthy, but has an ingredient that is highly addictive.
Wow, really?
I don't know.
I've never heard of it.
Never heard of it. Jamie said Spirit Halloween's going to have Spirit Christmas now.
It is about time. They were missing out. They were literally missing out. They need Spirit Easter. They need, and here it was all along. I don't know who owns it now because like Party City is under. Party City used to own the Spirit Halloween.
Trish said Life cereal was her favorite.
The reason, okay, well, I like it okay if Trish likes it. It's not you. Ew. But if Trish is okay with it, I'm okay with it. But like when I worked for Party City, like half of our staff would have to go to Spirit Halloween to work. So I don't know who owns it now because Party City is now under.
Oh.
Maybe Spirit Halloween parked themselves in the Party City now.
Right.
Because now they're out. But I do think that
Gabriel said Life was the best.
It was all like cheap costumes. Like Spirit Halloween doesn't, it's got like very overpriced things. But I mean, but you need it because who's going to have a Christmas tree wig that you could wear? You're not going to find that anywhere. So you have to have a Spirit Halloween because they're going to have all the little details of a costume.
Stephanie said Feel Free is an energy drink. No, I have not tried it.
Feel Free.
I will drink like Celsius, but I do not drink it for energy. I just drink it because I like the taste of it.
Feel free to not try it.
And Gloria, thanks for the $4.99 super sticker. We only get it when we can get it on sale. So like right now I'm kind of loading up on it because you can go to Circle K.
And Spencer's.
And not all Circle K's are buy this. But here's the thing. You can go to Circle K and get a soda for 79 cents. And then you get a can of Celsius for $1.
Mm-hmm.
And including the big cans, the ones we like, the Celsius Essentials.
Yeah.
But here's the best part. It depends on the store you go. Because I went to one in Fort Lauderdale when I went to pick up the generator shack.
They were like, get out of here, Baldy.
No, and I tried this and it didn't work. But I've tried it in a lot of other ones and it does work. And that is, they will let you buy up to 4 cans of the Celsius.
You know the reason why I know this? Not because my husband told me, but because I'm friends with Robin.
Okay.
And Robin told me.
The rule, if you look on the thing hanging on the refrigerator and by the Celsius, it says limit is 1 can for each soda. And if you buy 2 Polar Pops in the same transaction, you still only get 1 can for $1.
This is a high level of math.
So you have to, if you're going to go in and say you and me, you each have to do your own transaction. So if you each bought a soda and each try to buy a Celsius, only 1 is $1. But a lot of them will go like the one we have in town, the computer will let you buy 3. So you can buy 1 Polar Pop for 79 cents and for $3 get 3 more cans of Celsius, which are normally $3.79 a can. So I'm getting $10 of stuff, a Polar Pop in 3 cans for $3.79. But some stores will only do 1 can per soda because that is the technical rule of the sale.
Guys, this is what happens when you are over 50 years old. You come up with weird schemes like a Celsius scheme. Like, this is my angle.
The manager,
this is the strategy.
I was following the rule.
Yes.
And the manager of our Circle K, as I'm checking out, said to me, "Are you sure you only want 1? You can get up to 3. And I'm like, but the sign says 1. And
so now you have a dealer?
He says, I said, the sign says 1. He was like, I know what the sign says.
But I got
but
you.
I'm just telling you,
I got
for
you, friend.
some reason,
Remember
our
me at Christmas.
system will let you get 3. So now every time I go in, I get 3.
I like where this is going. I like it.
Terry said at Grandma she had honeycomb cereal. Honeycomb cereal, that was another good one, but that was too sugary for us.
Then she warmed up the milk for me, so she had a better grandparent. Like I need to up my grandparent game. I don't think I've ever warmed up something like that. Like, that is so nurturing. That is a very lovely thing to do.
So when I was young,
The earth was
the
cooling.
guy lived across the street from me, owned a limousine.
Nah.
And he
owned a limousine.
He owned a limousine. And
he worked like he's a chauffeur?
Yes. And he chauffeured George Steinbrenner, the owner of the Yankees.
Wow.
He also chauffeured Joe Namath. And so he actually got me a signed football written to me from Joe Namath.
Did he get you a Celsius deal?
I'm going somewhere with
Because he knew somebody?
So during the winter, when we would have a snowstorm, he was just, he went around the neighborhood and he took care of some of the older people who, like, he would go to the store and get them stuff. So there were 7 or 8 people in the neighborhood who he wanted to make sure he helped take care of them.
Like, he would give them full fat milk instead of skim.
When we would have a snowstorm, he would come to me and he would pay me to go to these different people's houses and shovel their driveways.
Oh, that was
so
nice.
I was like a teenager,
You're
teenager.
happy to get the money,
right.
I'm sure.
getting money.
Yeah.
He also did it a little bit with cutting grass, except for we had an electric lawnmower that you had to drag an extension cord around.
God help you if
Do you know how many times I cut that extension cord?
Oh my gosh, did it electrocute you?
That's what we have. No, but you just, now it's
done.
Not good, right?
We don't grow the grass anymore.
But I will never. Now, I was probably 14 years old, and we were done. This was always usually in night, right? Because you have the snowstorm during the night.
Okay. Oh,
right?
Yeah, there was a point.
And he brings me in, and his wife made me warm milk so that I would go to sleep. I'd never heard of this. Like,
my parents don't love me. What is this? What is this nurturing thing?
And it became like an addiction for me, like warm milk.
I can't drink it cold now.
For weeks, I would go back home at night and drink warm glasses of milk. It was the best.
Can you heat up this milkshake for me? Maybe Joe needs a Porsche painted behind him and he can get in a rocking chair. Olden days with Joe.
Yeah, Trish said Joe needs a Porsche painted behind him so
yeah,
he can get a rocking chair. Matt said, Rachel, you're making these old jokes in Joe, and I'm 2 months older than him.
You're so much younger though. Like, this is, I'm telling you, Matt, like, I'm not
Chris said bread and warm milk. Joe is full grandpa now.
Yes, that is a full grandpa thing to say. No one says warm milk.
In the 90s, my brother and I were working out a lot and would buy the thermogenic pills with ephedra. We're lucky our hearts didn't explode. Be careful of new products.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
oh, my gosh.
Agree. I was watching a video with someone the other day who talks about how they have like ADHD and they're on like all of these different antipsychotic medications, and they drink 4 bangs a day.
That is
and
so...
I'm like, are you kidding me?
That is the one thing I cannot drink it. I mean, and some people like have no problem with it, but there is some chemical in that like I literally just wander off and start punching a tree. Like, it's really crazy.
No.
It's crazy. I don't know. But mixed with antipsychotic medication, like, I don't think that's a good idea. I really don't. We're not doctors, nurses, or health professionals.
See, you know what? I'm not going on the 2K cruise because you're all ganging up on me now. Because Trish said, at least Trish won't be on the cruise. I mean, it's kind of upsetting.
That is very upsetting to me.
But she said, where is his hearing aid?
The thing is, Joe, you can't like go spin a tale.
Patty said I drank
of the
warm milk
olden
straight
days
from the cow.
That ends in a story about warm milk. I mean, you sound like Little House on the Prairie, dude.
Did you never have warm milk?
No, but I wasn't loved much as a child. I didn't have a nurturing neighbor. Yeah, see, Trish. Whoa, I'm heartbroken.
Okay, we are getting off.
We have a lot of people born from 70 to 71.
Rachel's sleeping on the bunk bed tonight.
I'm fine. It's very comfy. Very comfy.
Okay, we are going to get off, guys. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you so much. This was a nice night.
We have, if I can get it finished editing, we'll have a vlog coming out tomorrow if I can finish editing it. But then we'll be back live on Monday at 10 a.m. for Keto Beyond the Couch. Don't forget all the Labor Day sales this weekend. So
Once.
you've got Perfect Ketos having a good Labor Day sale. If you need filters for your Berkey, Pro 1, 50% off right now.
Which
on
is
the
crazy.
G2s, 40% off on the regular filters. Caraway. There's a bunch of
Labor Day
sales for
sales.
Labor Day going off right now. If you're going on the 2KK cruise, there are some sales on Royal Caribbean.
Don't forget
refreshment packages, 30% off.
Don't forget
Internet,
to check your email.
Internet is on sale. I will mention this also on internet. If you have two people who want internet on a cruise, real quick before we get off, get a 1-person 2-device plan. Don't get a 2-person 1-device plan. You save 30% when you get more than one device.
Yeah, Trish loves me now and not you.
Okay, that's fine. Keto Chow, no Keto Chow Labor Day sale. The subscriptions are always 15 to 20% off. Yes. Or you can save 10% and get big bags with our link. But yeah, so if there's something you want, like an excursion or dining or a drink package or something like that on the cruise, get it now. If it's cheaper on Black Friday, you can return it and then rebuy it. But you don't want to.
At least you have it.
It could go up. I've seen them go up.
Especially like excursions and stuff. They can fill up.
I've seen drink packages go up. So you just never know. So get it now. Like I said, it is on sale. Have a good night, guys.
We love you.